Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily English Learn, the podcast where we help you speak English naturally while improving your everyday life. I'm Eva, and I'm here with my co-host, Mark. Mark, how's your day going so far?
Hey, Eva. Honestly, I'm feeling great today. But you know what? Last week was a completely different story. I was a mess every single morning.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, I kept waking up feeling tired, even after sleeping 7 or 8 hours. And the strangest thing was, I couldn't focus on anything. My brain felt foggy. I'd sit down to study English, and after 5 minutes, I'd feel sleepy again. It was frustrating.
I think many of our listeners can relate to that feeling. You wake up, but you don't really feel awake. Your body is moving, but your mind is somewhere else. And when your mind isn't clear, learning English becomes 10 times harder. Today, we're going to talk about something really important. We're going to show you how to wake up with energy, how to clear your mind, and most importantly, how to create the perfect morning habits that will actually help you learn English faster. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly what to do every morning to feel focused, motivated, and ready to practice English without feeling forced or tired.
Yes, and this isn't just about learning English. This is about feeling better, thinking clearly, and starting your day with confidence. So stay with us till the end because we're going to share some real techniques that changed my mornings completely.
All right, Mark, let's start with something that most people don't talk about. Why do we feel so tired in the morning, even after sleeping enough?
That's a great question, Eva. And the answer is simple. Most people wake up, but they don't activate their brain. Think about it like this. When you turn on your computer, it takes a few seconds to load, right? Your brain is the same. When you wake up, your brain is still in sleep mode. It needs a signal to switch on, and if you don't give it that signal, you'll walk around feeling half asleep for hours.
Exactly. So the first mistake people make is they wake up and immediately check their phone. They look at messages, emails, social media, and what happens? Their brain gets confused. It gets too much information too fast. Instead of waking up, it gets overwhelmed and shuts down even more.
Yes, and that's why the first 30 minutes after you wake up are the most important. If you use that time wisely, your whole day changes. If you waste it, you'll feel tired and distracted all day long.
So let me ask you this, Mark. What should someone do in those first 30 minutes?
Great question. The very first thing I do now is I drink water. Not coffee, water. Your body has been sleeping for 7 or 8 hours without water. It's dehydrated. When you drink a full glass of water right after waking up, it sends a signal to your brain. It says, okay, we're starting the day now. Your brain wakes up faster, your body feels fresher, and you feel more alert.
I love that. And it's so simple. Just one glass of water. Now, after drinking water, what's the next step?
The next step is movement, but not heavy exercise, just light movement. I open my window, I stretch my arms, I take 5 deep breaths, I breathe in slowly through my nose, hold it for 3 seconds, and breathe out through my mouth. I do this 5 times. And Eva, I'm telling you, this makes such a huge difference. It brings oxygen to your brain. It clears the fog. You feel awake. You feel present.
That's beautiful. And listeners, let me tell you something important here. When Mark says take 5 deep breaths, he's not just talking about feeling relaxed. Deep breathing actually helps you focus. It helps you think clearly. And when your mind is clear, learning English becomes easier. You can remember words better, you can form sentences faster, you can listen and understand without getting confused.
Absolutely. And here's something else I started doing. After I drink water and breathe, I don't look at my phone. Instead, I talk to myself in English. Yes, you heard that right. I talk to myself.
Wait, what do you mean? Like you have a conversation with yourself?
Exactly. I stand in front of the mirror and I say simple things in English. For example, I say, "Good morning, Mark. Today is going to be a good day. I'm going to learn something new today. I'm going to speak English with confidence. I say these sentences slowly, clearly, and I listen to my own voice. It sounds strange at first, but it's actually one of the best ways to practice speaking.
I love this technique, and I'm going to tell you why. When you speak to yourself, you're not afraid of making mistakes. There's no pressure. You can repeat the same sentence 5 times until it sounds natural. And the more you hear yourself speaking English, the more confident you become.
Yes, and here's the thing. You don't need to say long, complicated sentences. Just say simple, positive things. For example, you can say, I am ready for today, or I feel energized and focused, or I will practice English for 10 minutes today. These are short, simple sentences, but when you say them out loud every morning, they become part of your thinking.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about something that most people struggle with: motivation. How do you stay motivated to practice English every single morning, especially when you're tired or busy?
That's a tough one, Eva, and I'll be honest with you. I used to struggle with this a lot. I'd wake up with big plans. I'd tell myself, today I'm going to study English for 1 hour. But then after breakfast, I'd feel lazy. I'd think, maybe I'll do it later. And later never came.
I've been there too. So what changed for you?
What changed was I stopped trying to study for 1 hour. Instead, I made a rule. I told myself I only need to practice for 5 minutes. That's it, just 5 minutes. And you know what happened? Once I started, I didn't want to stop. 5 minutes became 10 minutes, 10 minutes became 20, but the key was I didn't force myself to do more. I just started with something so small I couldn't say no.
That's brilliant. And listeners, this is called the 5-minute rule. If you want to build a habit, start so small that it's impossible to fail. Don't say, I'm going to study English for 1 hour every day. That's too much pressure. Instead, say, I'm just going to practice for 5 minutes. Read one paragraph. Listen to one short podcast. Speak 5 sentences. That's all. And once you do that every day, it becomes automatic.
Yes, and here's another thing. You have to connect English practice with something you already do every morning. For example, I drink coffee every morning. So now, while I'm making my coffee, I listen to an English podcast. It takes 5 minutes. I don't sit down and focus on every word. I just listen while I'm doing something else. And slowly, my listening skills improved without any extra effort.
That's called habit stacking. You take a habit you already have, like drinking coffee, and you add English practice to it. So you're not creating a new habit from scratch. You're just adding something small to what you already do.
Exactly. And the best part is, it doesn't feel like work. It feels natural. It becomes part of your routine.
Now, Mark, I want to ask you something. What about people who wake up late or people who have to rush to work or school in the morning? How can they practice English if they don't have time?
That's a really good question. And my answer is this: you don't need a perfect morning to practice English. You just need 60 seconds. Yes, 60 seconds. Let me give you an example. You're brushing your teeth. That takes 2 minutes. While you're brushing, say one English sentence in your head. For example, I am brushing my teeth right now. That's it. You just practiced English. You're walking to the bus stop. Say another sentence. I am walking to the bus stop. You're waiting for the bus. Look around. Describe what you see. I see a red car. I see a woman with a bag. You're not sitting down with a textbook. You're just using English to describe your life. And that's the best way to learn.
I love that. And listeners, this is what we call real-life English practice. You don't need a classroom. You don't need a teacher. You just need to start thinking in English. And the more you do this, the more natural it becomes.
Yes, and here's the truth. The people who speak English fluently are not the ones who study grammar for hours. They're the ones who practice a little bit every single day. They make English part of their life, and that's what we want you to do.
Now, before we finish, I want to share one more thing. A lot of people ask me, Eva, how do I stay consistent? How do I practice every day without giving up? And my answer is simple. Don't focus on being perfect. Focus on being present. If you miss one day, don't feel guilty. Just start again the next day. If you only practice for 2 minutes, that's okay. 2 minutes is better than 0. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to keep going.
That's so important. And I want to add something here. Celebrate small wins. If you practiced English for 5 minutes today, that's a win. If you learned one new word, that's a win. If you spoke one sentence out loud, that's a win. Don't wait until you're fluent to feel proud of yourself. Be proud of every small step you take.
All right, everyone, let's quickly recap what we talked about today. First, drink water as soon as you wake up. It wakes up your brain. Second, take 5 deep breaths. It clears your mind and helps you focus. Third, speak to yourself in English, even just a few simple sentences. Fourth, use the 5-minute rule. Start small so you can't fail. And fifth, connect English practice with something you already do every morning.
Yes, and remember, you don't need hours of free time to learn English. You just need a few minutes and the right habits. If you do these things every morning, I promise you, your English will improve naturally. You'll feel more confident, you'll think in English faster, and you'll stop feeling stuck.
And before we go, I want to challenge you. Tomorrow morning, try just one thing from today's episode. Just one. Drink water, take deep breaths, or speak one sentence to yourself. That's it. And then let us know how it felt. Did it help? Did it make your morning better? We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, and if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe to Daily English Learn. We release new episodes every week to help you speak English naturally and live a better life. Share this episode with your friends who are learning English. They'll thank you for it.
All right, everyone. That's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, small changes create big results. Start tomorrow morning with just one new habit and watch how your English and your life improve day by day.
Take care, keep learning, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.